Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you some looks from Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, and at the end of the video I will tell you some of my thoughts on the palette. So let's get into creating the looks. So I have prepped my eyelids and now I will be showing you the first eye look. So for the eye crease shadows I'm going to use this nude tone, and I wanted to use this orange shadow, and after that I'm going to place on my eyelid this shade and this one on top. So I'm taking my big fluffy brush and I'm going to pick up the shade Momentum. This one is kinda sandy nude eyeshadow, and I'm using this eyeshadow mostly for blending other colors. I want to have a beautiful gradient, so I'm placing it as close to the eyebrow as possible because I want my eyeshadows to be visible when I open my eyes, because as you can see I don't have a lot of space on my lid, and when I'm opening up my eye, all the eyeshadow which will be on my eyelid will be in my crease. So that's why I'm bringing all the eyeshadows up. And after that Momentum shade, I'm going to take the shade called Utopia, also with a fluffy brush but smaller one, and I'm placing it right in my crease. These eyeshadows are quite pigmented, so I'm taking just a little bit because I like to build eyeshadow up, and when I use too much then it will be much harder to fix. Now I'm taking a little bit of Momentum on a bigger fluffy brush. I'm going over the upper edge where my brow is, and I'm diffusing the edges. Now I want to take Utopia a little bit more to intensify the shade. Now I'm taking a flat brush and I'm picking up the shade Mercury and I'm placing it right on my eyelid. Maybe I need to spray my brush because I feel like this way the intensity of the eyeshadow will be higher. Yes, you can see that after I have sprayed my brush, the intensity of this eyeshadow is much more bigger. I thought that I will get away with a dry brush, but apparently this shade needs a wet brush. Or maybe it would be better if I took synthetic brush. Now I'm taking a clean brush and I want to blend this blue shadow into the peach. So the main purpose I'm using this eyeshadow for is I want to use it as a blue color underneath another eyeshadow. So I don't want to intensify this eyeshadow anymore. I have packed it all over my lid already. Now I am blending the edges of this eyeshadow, and the next step will be a beautiful glitter. And next I'm taking this synthetic flat brush. I'm going to spray it with setting spray, and I'm going to pick up this beautiful shade called Nebula. This eyeshadow is a pressed glitter. You can see how reflective this is. Such a nice eyeshadow. Now I'm taking the shade Utopia and I'm going to intensify the transition color. So now I'm taking my wet wipe and I'm going to clean under my eyes because this glitter shade has fallen on my face. And after cleaning, I want to take the small brush I've used before. I'm taking the Utopia color, and I want to blend this edge. Now I'm going to take this small brush. I'm going to pick up the shade Utopia, and I'm placing it on the lower lash line. Then I'm taking on a flat smudger brush the shade Vortex, and I want to darken just first half of my eye. And as a finishing step, I'm taking my pencil brush and I'm picking up the shade Supermoon. This one is beautiful glittery white shade, and I'm placing it under my brow and in the inner corner of my eye. Now I will be coating my eyelashes with a mascara, and I will be back. So this is complete first look. I really wanted to try this Nebula eyeshadow, and I think that this eyeshadow is such a gorgeous glitter. I think this is very beautiful, one of the most beautiful eyeshadows in this palette, and I'm really glad that I've put it on top of the Mercury shade. Although you can put Nebula as it is, but you have to layer that because this one is a pressed glitter. I've noticed that if you put one coat, it will be semi-transparent eyeshadow, but if you want to be this eyeshadow opaque glitter, then I feel like you have to put on 2 or even 3 layers, and that way you will get this color. Because I have put this eyeshadow first and then Nebula on top of it, and that way the color of these eyeshadows are some sort of a mix between Mercury and Nebula. But all in all, I very like this look, and I think that I will be most definitely wearing it in the future. I really love this shade. Now let's get into the second eye look, and this eye look I wanted to be neutral eye look, and I think that the first eyeshadow I'm going to pick up is the same as I've used in my first look, and it is Momentum. So I'm picking this up with a big fluffy brush and I'm going in the crease with it. Now I have my base color. It's not very visible on the camera, but in real life it looks much more peachier than on the camera. So next I will be taking this big fluffy brush. So the next eyeshadow I'm going to pick up for my crease is this eyeshadow called Crash, and I'm placing it in my crease. I really love this color, Crash. Very beautiful, cool tone. And now I'm going to take a small brush like this, and I want to deepen the crease a little bit more, and I'm going to take this color called Karma, and I am placing it right in the crease. Actually, I don't see the difference, and this color is not deep enough, so I think that I'm going to take the color Vortex, which is the deepest shade in this palette, and I'm placing it in my crease. So it seems like this color is so hard to blend. Right now I'm struggling with blending of this Vortex eyeshadow. I don't know why. Now I want to place a few colors on my eyelid, and in my inner corner of my eye I'm going to place this color called Galaxy in the first half of my eye, and after that this color frazzled on the outer half of my eyelid. So I'm taking Galaxy on a brush, and it seems like I need to wet this brush as well. And next I'm going to take my synthetic flat brush. I'm also spraying it with a setting spray, and I'm picking up the shade Frazzled. So I'm picking this eyeshadow with my finger, and I'm placing it on the outer V and towards the center of my eyelid. And with these shadows, as well as with the shadows in the first look, I'm having a lot of fallout, so I'm cleaning my under eye. Now I've cleaned my under eye, and I'm going to take a clean brush which I've used previously. I've cleaned it, this little brush. I'm taking the shade Crash, and I'm placing it on my lower lash line. Now I'm taking a smudger brush and take Vortex, the darkest shade, and I'm placing it on the lower lash line. And I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm smudging this eyeshadow a little bit. And as a last step, I'm taking clean pencil brush, and I want to take the shade Cosmic. This one seems to be a light pink shade, and I'm placing it in my inner corner, like so. Then I'm taking Supermoon and I'm placing it under my brow. So this is my second look. I wanted to make this eye look more on the neutral, more wearable side, because I understand that not a lot of people want to wear this kind of eyeshadow. So I think that this palette offers very interesting shades for more wearable eye looks, and I very much love these colors in this side of the palette, especially this bottom row. But I'm not gonna lie, I had difficulties with this shade called Vortex. I wanted something to deepen the crease, and unfortunately this eye palette has only one deep eyeshadow, but it doesn't seem blend well, and I would love it to be darker. But all in all, I think that this is very beautiful eye look, and I very love it. And I also very much in love with the shade Nebula. This is very beautiful, cool toned blue, and in some of my next videos I'm going to wear this eyeshadow and make a look with this eyeshadow. So these are two looks with Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Let's get into the third look. So my camera unexpectedly cut off and I didn't realize that I wasn't recording. So for my crease eyeshadows I was using Utopia of Balance and Karma, so this is the mix between these colors. And for my eyelid colors I've used Gold Glitch and Supernova on top. So this is the mix of colors I've got. I'm going to line my lower lash lines, and I'm going to take my fluffy brush and my smudger brush, and the first color I'm going to take, I think that it will be Hot Mess. I want some kind of a contrast under my eyes, and to darken the outer part of my lower lash line I'm taking a smudger brush in the shade Vortex. And now I'm smudging it with a fluffy brush. And now in the inner corner of my eye, I'm taking Cosmic, this light pinky shade. I think that this shade is so complementary for this particular eye look. And as a last step, I want to take pencil brush and I'm picking up the shade Supermoon, these beautiful white sparkles. And I'm placing them under my brow to highlight. So I think that my eye look is done. Right now I need to put on some mascara and after that I will be back. So this is finished look up close. I'm very much in love with these eyeshadows, especially this combination of the two glittery sparkly shades. They are not glitter, they are more of a sparkle. So Supernova and Gold Glitch. I love this combination so much. I have used these two eyeshadows previously in some of my fall looks, and this is such a pretty eyeshadow shade. I love the tones of it, pinky, corally, orangey tones. So this is my favorite look from this eyeshadow palette so far. So I zoomed out and this is how it looks all together with the rest of the makeup. This is really by far the most interesting look to me from Mercury Retrograde. So I want to tell my final thoughts on this palette, and the most exciting eyeshadows from this palette for me, all the glitters and sparkles, for example Supernova shade, Gold Glitch, then of course Nebula, Ultraviolet, Mercury, Galaxy and Cosmic and Supermoon, of course. So these are the most interesting shadows to my opinion and my liking. What I have to say about these mattes, I wouldn't say it's something unique. The matte shades are regular matte shades and they are pretty light for the crease, but for deepening the crease area or for smoky eye, I don't see here dark enough eyeshadows. For example, this eyeshadow Vortex is not deep enough. In the pan it looks deep, but on the eye it is not as deep, and I've tried to blend it and it was so hard to blend. So all the other shades blend beautifully, but the shade Vortex is not. So I want to quickly show you swatches of all the glitter and sparkle eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with Cosmic. This one is light pink with a sheen eyeshadow. Another one is Ultraviolet. It looks blue on camera, but actually this one is a purple shade. Right here you can see that right now it looks more of a purple actually. The next one is Nebula. This is pressed glitter. So in order to make this glitter opaque, you need to put more than one layer, and this way you will get this beautiful sparkles and the shade will remain as it is in the pan. Such a gorgeous shade, very beautiful. I also will be doing another looks in the future with this shade. I also very love this one. So for everyday look I'm much more likely to do eye looks like right now, and looks with these glitters I will do maybe for some kind of evening, or I don't know, we don't get to go out a lot right now, but when I will go out somewhere, I'm going to wear this eyeshadow for sure. Another eyeshadow is Mercury. This one is very interesting blue shade, very deep blue. On camera it looks green for some reason, but it is actually blue. Let me show you in the pan. Yeah, and in the pan you can see that this is more of a blue shade. Next one is Galaxy, right here. Also very beautiful wearable eyeshadow. It looks like metallic-y one. Another one is Supermoon. This is that kind of a eyeshadow I personally like to use in the inner corner or to highlight brow bone. But actually this one will be beautiful on the eyelid on its own because it gives this beautiful wet look. Also very beautiful eyeshadow. And another one is Supernova, right here. As you can see, this is a duochrome shade. It shifts from pink to beige. And the last sparkly shade is Gold Glitch. This one is gold tone with sparkles in it. You can see that this shade is also very, very beautiful and very wearable. These are 3 looks with the Mercury Retrograde palette. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please share in the comments down below if you like these looks and if you like the Mercury Retrograde palette. Please subscribe to my channel, that really helps my channel to grow. Don't forget to put thumbs up, share this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video.